Hey guys, so I forgot to talk to you about in the wind formation video this kind of what other kind of winds can happen as a result, and this was in your um, pretest. So I wanted to kind of go over it with you, just so you can kind of see it. So if you remember, I gave you that picture of the beach. So this is sand and this is water, right? And then I asked you, which would heat up faster. So basically, what we're looking at is sand has a lower specific heat than water, so it would heat up faster than water, right? And if I had a flagpole right here, which I think that's what was on the drawing, that would create that low pressure situation here at the surface. This would be sinking air out here because it's cooler, right? Which would create a high pressure situation, and then air would move from high to low, right? And since it's moving from high, it's an awful arrow, to low, that means the air would be moving this way, so the wind would be moving that way. And then that means our flag on this flagpole, maybe it's a USA flag, right? Yeah. Anyway, it would be moving in that direction with the wind flow. So this would be onshore winds here. So this would be winds coming off of the sea. They call this a sea breeze. So if you've ever been to the beach, you've probably seen this during the day. There may not, or early in the morning, there might not be much wind. But then as the day goes on, the wind starts to pick up, and it's coming from offshore, blowing onto the land. So that's a sea breeze. Then the other situation that occurs is similar at night. You get the same idea here, but now at night the sand cools off faster than the water does, and at some point air over the sand will start to sink. Air over the water, it will be warmer, so it will start to rise, and then that creates your high pressure here, create your low pressure here, and then if we had our flag here, obviously we'd be moving from high to low, and there would be a flag out here. This time we'll put the Texas flag, yeah. So basically, notice the difference, always moving from high pressure to low. High pressure is where the air sinks, low pressure is where the air is rising. So in order to find those, it's based on temperature differences, which is based on the sun heating up objects based on specific heat. So all of those things wrap neatly into one thing. And then let me show you the other examples of some things. Let me do a new sheet here. Let's see. Okay, so new sheet. On this one, I had pictures of a mountain, right? And then there was a valley, and then there was a mesa over here, I think, and river runs through it, right? And then we had trees, because I love to draw, right? Trees, okay. You get the idea, trees. So at nighttime, in mountainous areas or colder regions, what you can get, since it's so cold at altitude, and you have ice and snow up here in the wintertime, right? This will cool off even faster than normal. And when that happens, obviously the air above it will become more dense and it will start to sink. Well, if you get it going downhill here, eventually what you'll get, and really same thing's going on here, this is a little bit warmer, so air could rise here. That creates a low pressure, and this air will move down slope. And sometimes it moves down slope with hurricane force winds. I think they're called lahars, but I forget if that's exactly what they're called. But they're basically downslope winds because of cold air sinking. And then if you could imagine in this situation during the daytime, there wouldn't be much change, because at altitude it's still cold, and there's ice, and then the valley would actually still heat up more probably than the ice and snow would on the mountain. So typically you don't see this in the day in those areas, it's just at nighttime. People have been known to have like I said, hurricane force winds at night that come and blow down trees and houses and things like that, kind of unexpectedly. So another interesting wind pattern. Figured I'd show you those because they're a little bit different. And then that should set you up well for a quiz. So enjoy that quiz, and we'll talk to you soon.